Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome back to the Lord of Nosgoth's channel. This would be the umpteen billionth time I have tried to record this video without the audio going to complete shit. I'm trying some different audio options here. This is about the 50 billionth time I've tried to record this and make it look and sound worth a shit. So you'll excuse my language and my frustration. If this ends up working out, no, I'm not going to redo this. If you don't like my language or I seem too abrasive, I have two words for you. The first word starts with F, the second word starts with Y. I think you can fill in the blanks. If that sounds overly abrasive, I'd apologize, except I'm frustrated and kind of don't care. Other than that, I thought you might like to share in this project with me. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start unhiding some layers in 3D Studio Max, show you what I've been working on. There's my simple test lighting rig. This is more or less to see where I stand currently, so I can actually light some of the simple materials I'm using. We're going to unhide some things here, and it should become pretty apparent pretty quick what I'm working on, what I'm trying to do, and if it's not, then one of us needs help, and I promise it isn't me. Now that we've got all of our objects unhidden, it should be pretty obvious what I'm working on. For those of you who have no knowledge of Transformers, what Transformers is, so on and so forth, this is the beginning of the G1 version of Optimus Prime. My intent here is to make Optimus Prime look like he should have in the Michael Bay atrocities. And yes, Michael Bay, your movies were atrocities for us Transformers fans because, you know, no offense to homosexuals everywhere, but Optimus Prime looked like he belonged to a gay trucker. I'm sorry, Optimus Prime is not blue with fruity-looking orange and yellow flames running up his fenders. I'm sorry, that's just that was terrible. That was horrible. Horrible way to do Optimus Prime. You should slap yourself in disgust over what you did. And if it's not your fault, if it's Industrial Light and Magic's fault, then if I can't blame you, Michael, I guess I should get George Lucas to go slap his lackeys and tell them, bad lackeys, do better next time. But considering their general professionalism and the outstanding way they've done pretty much everything else in the universe, I very much doubt it was the guys at ILM so much as it was you. Which is why you're catching the blame. As you can see so far, this is just kind of a basic model. I've added a little bit of detail here and there. I haven't gone all out with it. I'm saving the all-out detail, as any 3D modeler should or would, for programs like Mudbox or ZBrush. And is that a lighting issue or is that a geometry issue? Let's hit F4 and find out. That is a lighting issue. Good. That means there's nothing wrong with the geometry. See there that obviously there needs some geometry correction in this area. The mesh is tessellated, but the tessellation isn't exactly clean. Obviously I need to do better with that. You can see over pretty much the rest of the model, I've got, for the most part, aside from some trouble spots like right there, I've got a pretty clean tessellated mesh. Looks pretty nice so far. There's a few trouble spots here and there. Por ejemplo, that obviously needs to be cleaned up. Kind of looking at it now, it looks like crap. For some reason, it's just there and not there. I'll have to clean that up as I go along. But hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. You can see what I'm attempting. The whole reason for me putting this on YouTube is all about self-motivation. It isn't so much that one group or the other group can enjoy it, even though I will be sharing this video with the War for Cybertron community, mostly because I think it's something that they would appreciate. I'm not sure if I'm going to share this with Facebook or not, just because, well, let's face it, at the moment, I'm a little upset, so I'm going to seem more abrasive than normal, and I'm not. And since Facebook is the #1 job employment search site on the planet, I'm not really entirely certain that I would like potential employers to hear my language in this video and go, wow, what a jerk. I'm not sure I want to hire this guy, because the truth of the matter is I'm not that big of a jerk, but I am really frustrated at the moment. So that this works out, I'm not going to be redoing it. I'm just not. Sorry. Just not. Alright, real quick, we're going to use Mental Raid, take a quick render. While we're waiting on the render to finish, I'll go through some other things. I'm going to be, even though this will undoubtedly be in my video description on YouTube, I'm going to say this outright for everybody. If you're going to post hateful, trollish, or otherwise inflammatory and destructive or deconstructive remarks, those don't bother. Those remarks will be removed and your user account will be blocked. So if you're going to leave something, I don't care if it's a compliment or not, but make sure that it's constructive, well worded, and professional. If you can't do that, then no bones about it. Stay the hell off my YouTube page. Plain and simple. I simply won't put up with it. However, if you do have something constructive you'd like to share, or if you've had extensive experience with 3D Studio Max, if you have plugins that I would like to have but don't, and you wouldn't mind sharing, like the AK3D plugin, or Fume Effects for 3D Studio Max 2010, or even some animation plugins that would allow for easier creation of complex wiring parameters, or other such animation controls, please feel free to message me privately and share. If you have constructive criticism that you think would help, and you've had experience in the 3D field, again, save that for the private messaging. Don't bother posting it publicly, because I'll remove it. Now that the render's finished here, we'll just take a quick look at this so we can see some of the ambient occlusion. For those of you who don't know what ambient occlusion is, I apologize, but go Google search it. You'll pull up quite a bit on ambient occlusion. You can see a little bit of color bleed here, not a whole lot since everything is white. It's mostly, at the moment, it's mostly just fall off on the shadowing, which so far looks pretty good, considering I have not tweaked the radius parameters of the lights at all. Overall, again, the topology looks okay. There's obviously some trouble areas right here, and the trouble area we were discussing in this light, you can see that there, and you can see some of the trouble areas here where the topology needs to really be cleaned up. And as I go through this, project, I'll continually work on it, and I will be continually cleaning up topology, cleaning up the mesh as I go along, because the final objective is to have a photorealistic version of what Optimus Prime should look like. So there you have it. I don't know what else to say. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you'll like, subscribe. I hope you'll suggest to friends. I hope they'll like and subscribe too. Although I would really suggest to 13-year-olds, given my use of certain words, as it were. That's all for today. Hopefully I'll have another update for you guys next week, and every week following. I'll post more of these as my schedule allows. If I get enough requests, enough being 10 or more, for folks that would like to see me actually work on this as I make the video, then I'll do that. Although I'm going to go ahead and warn you, since that's a lengthy process, I'll probably, speed up the time frame a little. But here it is. I hope you enjoy it. You all have a wonderful day.